everybody. We are here. We are live. Woo! I'm so excited to be here this week. We've got so much to talk about. So you want to know J-Lo's weekend wedding details? Because you know I got you covered, right? Also, new babies, new breakups. Who should Pete Davidson date next? And what did Cardi B and Jonas do to their faces? You're not going to want to miss this. And also, designer Vajayjays. Yeah, they're a thing. And I'm going to tell you all about it and more on this week's episode of Hottish. Your girl Starr, and thank you so much for joining. As always, make sure you subscribe to my channel and tap that bell to get the notifications. So Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, they tied the knot a month ago in Vegas, and this weekend it's their huge 3-day wedding celebration, which is going to be taking place. Now Friday, they're kicking things off with their rehearsal dinner. Saturday, the actual ceremony. Yeah, they're basically getting remarried again. And then Sunday, they wrap up the celebration with a barbecue and a picnic. Now Jen's expected to be wearing a custom couture Ralph Lauren dress that she had made in Italy, and I'm hearing Vogue magazine is going to be there, and they're going to be documenting the entire weekend celebration. Now this whole party is set to take place at Ben's estate in Georgia, and Ben said that he wants the focus to be completely on Jen. So prepare to call this the weekend of J-Lo. Congratulations to Adrienne Bailon. Her and her husband, they just welcomed their first baby together. And you know, no one even knew they were having one. Now you might remember that Adrienne was part of the Cheetah Girls. That was an all-girls singing group. Also, she briefly dated Rob Kardashian. Do you remember that? I know I do. But most recently, she was one of the co-hosts from the daytime talk show, The Real. Now, she had been very vocal about all of her difficulties conceiving and her failed IVFs. I even saw her break down on TV a couple of times while talking about her disappointments. But now we know those tears can turn to happy ones because she finally has a little baby boy via surrogate. They named him Ever James, and just looking at this photo totally warms my heart. Congratulations, guys. So is Kanye trying to subtly say that his Yeezy Gap collection is straight up trash? Because his line just hit stores and the clothes are piled into these large black trash bags. Now, if you want to find your size, you're going to have to dig through these bags that are placed all around the floor. And the crazy part about this, the workers are not allowed to help the shoppers during their digging. Do you see this footage? I mean, this is all part of Kanye's vision, but a lot of shoppers, they're super annoyed over it. I mean, who wants to spend hours digging through garbage bags to just try to buy something that they find? I mean, sounds exhausting. It's worse than like when businesses have those everything must go sales. Am I missing something here? Do you see Kanye's vision, or are we all being blinded by his stupidity? You know what I mean? So just when I thought Love is Blind, apparently it's not. Because if you watch season 2 of that show on Netflix, then you are familiar with these two, Iyanna and Jared. Okay, now they ended up getting married, although you might remember Jared had another blind connection with a different woman on the show that he proposed to and ended up getting turned down. So of course everyone felt that this relationship was doomed because Iyanna was basically number 2. Well, anyway, they moved past all of that, and from what I saw, they were really a cute match made in heaven. But not anymore, because news just broke that after 1 year of being married, they're going on their separate ways and they're getting a divorce. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this. So they posted this statement on Instagram saying that they still have love for each other, but that their lives are going in different directions, which kind of sounds like a cop-out to me. And they wrapped up by saying this experience taught them so much about themselves, vulnerability and love, and they don't regret anything. Again, what I had hoped to see was an everlasting love, and instead, the breakup monster surfaces again. I am so sad for them, but I don't know, maybe they'll get back together. Speaking of relationships, Will Smith is said to be very happy with his wife, Jada. Seems like after he spoke out about that infamous Oscar slap, that he's been spending a lot more time with Jada, and according to a source, he's very happy about her constant support and that they're very close and, you know, they back each other up and family's everything to them. Now, the source goes on to say that Will has learned a lot from the incident and is happy with Jada's constant support. Will, I'm just going to put this out there, okay? If you need help or you're in danger, wear something red and hold an apple in your next post, okay? Because we'll come save you. I have a feeling this woman put him up to doing this and acting this way because we all know how controlling she is. And that's all I'm going to say on this subject. The FBI is saying that Alec Baldwin pulled the trigger of the gun that accidentally went off last year on the Rust movie set, which killed cinematographer 𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗥𝗕𝗘. As we know, Alec has denied pulling the trigger, and he even said in his interviews how he only cocked the hammer, saying, "I didn't pull the trigger. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull a trigger at them, never." So the FBI report says that is impossible. They even attempted to shoot bullets from that actual gun at different positions without pulling the trigger, and clearly no bullets could be discharged. Now, although the shooting has been ruled an accident, the prosecutor may file charges, and authorities are still waiting on Alex to hand over his phone records. But here's the thing, okay? The trigger being pulled or not being pulled, that's not the only issue. What they should be also looking into is how a live bullet got into the gun in the first place and why it wasn't a blank. You know what I'm saying? That should be the main focus right now. Unbelievable. So we'll remember the Gabby, Petito, Brian Laundrie case from last summer, right? Where they traveled across the country in a van and he ended up killing her as well as himself. Well, this month is actually their 1-year anniversary of her tragic death. And with Domestic Violence Awareness Month, which is coming up in October, Lifetime is going to be premiering the Gabby Petito story. I can't believe they shot this TV movie really fast. Anyway, let's take a look at the trailer.
I know you don't see it, but like most of the time, he's like a really great guy.
I thought you wanted to travel and see the world together, but it feels like you just want me all to yourself.
The Gabby Petito story premieres Saturday, October 1st on Lifetime.
I still can't get over how quickly they shot this. This is crazy. Anyway, they said the movie plans to bring to life Gabby and Brian's doomed love story, including the warning signs that Gabby's life was in danger. So tragic. May she rest in peace. No offense, I'm not going to say for him to rest in peace because he did this, and we all know he's dead, or they say he is, but we're going to focus on her because she's the innocent victim here. Now that we all know that Pete Davidson is single as a Pringle, fans have started to dish their thoughts on who his next girlfriend should be, and you will never guess who they are saying. Yes, you're looking at her, Martha Stewart. And it's super random, I know, but it's because of this picture that's been circulating on Twitter of Martha holding Pete's hand earlier this year at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Hello, Martha is 81 years old. That's like 3 times his age. Anyway, she shut this whole rumor down herself over the weekend. She said, "He's a charming boy who's finding his way. I've invited him to come on my podcast. Pete Davidson is like the son I never had." I mean, let's be real here. I don't think Martha could even handle that BD even if she wanted to. She's 81, and that's all I'll say. Anyway, since we're talking about crazy rumors, I came across a blind item that was posted by 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦𝗥𝗕𝗏, and it's also all over Reddit, saying that Brad Pitt might be dating the newly single Emily Ratajkowski. Okay, now let's take a look at this.
It looks like Brad Pitt has a new woman in his life, and it is single Emily Ratajkowski. There's been tons of gossip that Emily Ratajkowski and Brad Pitt were dining in Paris. So 𝗦𝗏𝗧𝗥𝗏 posted about Emily Ratajkowski and Brad Pitt being spotted in Paris. Honestly, kudos to Emily Ratajkowski for getting out there. But I will say one thing about Brad Pitt is he didn't even know where his daughter was going to college at. You
know, if this actually ends up being true, watch out because this might end up being the couple of 2022. Now, how's Kim K gonna top this one, right? So we're gonna move on to a little music news, okay? Cardi B just got her first face tattoo. Now, she hasn't done the official reveal yet, but here's some video from the tattoo artist who did it. Here's the thing. I know it's not super clear to see right now, but it looks like it might be 2 letters with a symbol between them. And I'm gonna bet that it would be a K for her daughter Culture and a W for her son Wave. But here's the thing. I found another video with another angle of the tattoo, and people are saying that it looks like an N, okay? But I'm gonna stick to my guess because maybe he wasn't done creating the actual letter, which could be a W. Watch this and tell me what you think. You saw that, right? I know it looks like an N, but like I said, the way that it's angled looks like he's not done yet, and I have a feeling it could be a W, and I'm gonna stick to it until she actually comes out and admits what these initials are. A$AP Rocky was in court today and he pled not guilty to assault and weapons charges from a shooting that happened last year. Now, A$AP allegedly shot a semi-automatic and the bullet ended up grazing the hand of one of his former friends. Now, he ended up getting arrested days before Rihanna had their baby and he was released on $550,000 bail. They gave him another court date today and he's expected back November 2nd. So it looks like Joe Jonas is all about the Brotox. That's right. Us ladies aren't the only ones who do injectables in our face to keep those ugly lines away. You know, he's all about being comfortable in his own skin, just like the rest of us. And he knows that as time goes by, we all do get older. I mean, except for me, because I never age. Anyway, he decided to fill a forehead scar that he has with Xeomin, which is just like Botox or Dysport. They're all the same. And he loved how the results looked that he went back to smooth out his frown lines. You know, I'm all for it because I say keep your face looking as young as possible for as long as possible. It's your selling point because no one wants someone who's worn and raggedy looking. Gotta look young forever. I mean, unless you guys have some sort of regimen that I could follow. If you have a skincare regimen that's gonna keep me looking young when I'm like 80, just DM me, okay? Let me know. So we still can't seem to get a straight answer out of Adele about her relationship status with her man Rich Paul and if they are actually engaged or not. Now, she was being interviewed for Elle magazine and when asked if he proposed, she came back with a dance around the question answer saying, well, I'm not married. I'm just in love. I'm happy as I'll ever be. I might as well be married. Okay, so here's the thing. She was asked about that ring, just blatantly asked about it. And clearly, we all know it looks like an engagement ring. So she said, I just love high-end jewelry. Yeah, Adele, we all love high-end jewelry. But when it's a big diamond that's worn on that finger on your left hand, we all know what that signifies. And all we want is the confirmation that we're correct. I'm going to say it. They are engaged. She just probably wants to keep it quiet for now. Because trust me, if I had a big rock like that on that finger, I'm not going to downplay it unless I had a disgusting man and clearly she's in love with him. So I still don't understand why she needs to keep this a secret. Mariah Carey's mansion in Atlanta got broken into while she was on her summer vacation and cops feel that the thieves were watching her social media. And when they saw that she was in Italy and in the Hamptons, that's when they made their move to break in. Now, right now, information's limited and what was taken is unknown as well. Mattel just filed a federal lawsuit against Wrap Snacks. They're the makers of the Nicki Minaj Barbecue honey truffle endorsed potato chips. And she introduced that to us back in June. Now, the fans love them, okay? And Mattel says Wrap Snacks never requested or received permission to use the famous Barbie trademark. So that is why they are pissed. And I mean, rightfully so. Look on the bag. She's wearing the Barbie emblem on her neck. You can't just put anything you want on a picture just because you feel like putting it there. You need permission from everyone. That's how it works. Let's move on to a little chick chat, okay? So us ladies love wearing those yoga pants, but not everyone can wear them comfortably because some ladies have a little more meat than others, and that's where the phrase camel toe comes into play. Kim Kardashian, on the other hand, you know, she's got a perfectly flat area, and that's why a bunch of ladies have been looking into a procedure that could give them what they're calling a designer Vajayjay. Basically, it's a labiaplasty, costs you about $4,000, but it gets rid of the camel toe so you could rock those skin-tight leggings. Now, there's a plastic surgeon in the UK said that the amount of procedures he's already done this year has doubled more than he did back in 2021. But he did also say that most of them did it out of discomfort from wearing tight pants, not for the Kim K look. But listen, if you want a quick fix because you don't like the way your front area looks in tight workout gear, peep this hack that I just found.
All right, I just got back from the leg day. Look at the quads. But front seam, no camel toe. I'm gonna show you how to do it. All right, you need 4 things. Shorts, these are the same shorts I have on, just in pink, a thong, and sports bra padding, old bra padding, whatever you want to use, you just need padding. Now, all my girlies know this. All thongs have like this little flappy thingy in the bottom. I don't really know what it's for, but this is what we're using it for. I line up the triangle of the thong with like the bottom of here, and then you're just gonna cut along that triangle. All right, then you want to cut the triangle to where that flat part starts. So it should be like the exact same size as that. You stick the little triangle that you cut inside of that little pocket. And then sometimes I cut a tiny hole like at the bottom of that pocket, not all the way through the thong, but at the bottom of the pocket, so I can pull the triangle through a little bit to make sure it's really secure in there, because you don't want it moving. It should look like this. So you can see I pulled the triangle through and I did that. Ignore the holes here. I kind of fucked up a little bit, but it's fine. I never thought my underwear would be all over TikTok. All right, this is the try on. You put the seam right like in the middle, so it's not gonna go up anywhere because there's padding there. And here's the back of the shorts. Look at that. You're welcome.
absolutely brilliant. I hope you took notes, ladies, so you don't have to go get a $4,000 designer Vajayjay. Just saying. If you ever wanted to name a planet, well, here's your chance, because if you didn't know, there are about 5,000 new planets that are out there, and the International Astronomical Union's giving you the chance to name about 20 of these new planets, okay? But it's not going to be easy as just, coming up with a name. They have a whole bunch of rules that you need to follow. And after seeing these rules, it sounds like a lot of work has to be put into this, because yes, it is a contest, and they want teams of students, teachers, and those who truly are into astronomy to be the ones to propose names that are worthy of being assigned to a celestial object. That's their words, not mine, okay? So that means that you can't just name it after someone. You're also gonna have to put together an outreach event, and that's gonna teach the public about exoplanets and their significance. I'm already checked out of this because I don't even know what an exoplanet is, but hey, if you do, go nuts. I was gonna offer to name it, after me, Starr. Hello. Stars are in the sky. Stars are celestial. But I guess since we can't name it after a person, I'm out. Bye. So are you that person who can tell when someone is lying? According to a recent survey, most people say that they can. And I mean, I'm pretty good at reading body language and catching people in their own made-up stories. So yes, my vote is going to lean yes. But a very small percentage of people said they're not good at catching liars. For the record though, the average amount of lies that people tell each day are about more than 4. If only people's noses grew like Pinocchio's did when they were lying, it'd be so much easier to tell who's lying and who's not. Speaking of liars, this is epic. There's a toy company called Namespace. They're planning to put out Karen action figures. Now, we all know what a Karen is, right? Someone who thinks they're entitled and loves to bitch and complain about nonsense. And they usually also lie about stuff to try to make themselves look like the victim. So this Karen doll that they're making has a bob haircut, a shirt with every basic chick's favorite saying, live, laugh, love, and they're being sold with a Joe the Manager doll. So the Karens have someone to get pissed off at. What they should do is sell accessories like a bottle of wine, because they're so good at doing that. We all know it's made from gripes. Well, we're going to move on to a little bit of food stuff, because you know how much I love food, and I always get hungry towards the end of the show, right? So we're going to get into some of that. Snoop Dogg's cereal is about to be a thing. Be on the lookout for Snoop Loops. It's his new breakfast cereal that's going to be hitting shelves at the grocery store really soon. Now, clearly it's a take on Fruit Loops, but they're going to be coming with more corn, more flavor, and more marshmallows. Now, they're also gluten-free, and what's cool is they're giving back, because a portion of the proceeds are going to go towards charitable organizations like Door of Hope. Those look so good. I want my hands on some right now. And it's not a joke, by the way. Some people think it might be a joke. It is not. It is real. It is coming out. Make sure you get your hands on a box. So there's a new Girl Scout cookie coming out, and it looks like just as popular as Thin Mints, but this one is pink. It's called the Raspberry Rally, and instead of that minty flavor, it's raspberry flavored. Now they're calling it the sister cookie of the Thin Mint, and this is the first cookie in their lineup that's going to be exclusively available online only. So look for it to come out January 2023. So when you think of a dive bar, I bet you think of lots of beer and cigarette smokers, right? Well, what if I told you that Miller High Life, the champagne of beers, teamed up with Tipsy Scoop, and that's an ice cream company known for their alcohol-infused ice cream, which I've been to their store here. And they created an ice cream bar that's infused with beer and the taste of tobacco smoke. They're called dive bars. Cute name, but do you really want to suck on something that has you tasting stale beer and cigarettes in your mouth? I mean, I guess the only good thing about these dive bars is that they have 5% alcohol in them. I've had many Tipsy Scoop flavors before, but I can't say I want to eat something that would remind me of a night of regret. I mean, I could go for the beer, but a cigarette taste in an ice cream? Unless it's going to be smoky like a mezcal, then I'm going to have to do a hard pass on it. I don't want to be tasting like I'm licking an ashtray. That's disgusting. Anyway, since we're on the topic of ice cream, there's a vegetable-inspired ice cream that could be interesting to try, especially if you're not a huge fan of eating veggies for dinner, but you're always looking forward to dessert. Salt and Straw, they came out with 5 flavors, and they believe that you'll love every single one of them. All right, now let me break these flavors down to you. They've got carrot cake batter with praline hazelnuts. That sounds pretty good. I guess it's, made with actual carrot. Then you have spinach cake with tahini chocolate fudge, green fennel and maple, red chili curry and macroot lime crispy rice, and charred corn curd, cojita, and tahine. I'm not gonna lie, I'm curious to taste all of them. I mean, I would like to take a bite of each one. And if you're curious too, well, get it while you can because they're only available until September 2nd. So you know how there's always a debate about whether you put ketchup or mustard on your hot dog? Well, move over because Doritos just came out with 2 flavored chips, ketchup and spicy mustard. Now, these are actually bestsellers in Canada, and now we get to try them in the States. I kind of wonder though, if you could put them on top of your burger or your hot dog, because some people like to put chips on those type of things, and I don't know, maybe if we do that, we're onto something. Anyway, the new limited edition Dorito flavors are only available on the Frito-Lay's website, which is snacks.com. So if you want to get them there. So I'm hearing Burger King in Japan added ice Whoppers to their menu. Now you're going to have to let me know what's going on with this. It's their classic Whopper with a layer of shaved ice, which is supposed to help cool customers down in all the crazy heat you're getting. And they plan to keep it on the menu for a limited time. Now, I don't know personally how I feel about this because shaved ice melts pretty quickly. So it has me picturing a soggy burger, and that does not sound appealing. But if you have tried it, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? I mean, I love a good burger any day, but I don't know if I want ice on my burger. Why do I want a cold burger? So before we go, I hate to admit this so early because it is still August, but pumpkin spice season is back and you can pretty much get anything pumpkin. In fact, I went to Dunkin' today. I got my first pumpkin spice cold brew and it was delicious. But forget about the basic bitch stuff. The latest thing that's out right now are pumpkin spice goldfish crackers. Yeah, your favorite goldfish treats. They partnered with Dunkin' and they created Goldfish Dunkin' Pumpkin Spice Grams, which is definitely a mouthful to say, but hearing what they're made of has me wanting to put them in my mouth right away. You got graham crackers, pumpkin spice flavors, a donut glaze. What? Now, they're not going to be sold at any of the Dunkin' locations, but you can get them in your local grocery stores starting September 1st. And as obsessed as we all are when it comes to pumpkin spice, I don't understand why they still can't let us have it year-round at this point. I mean, everything pumpkin, to me, is good at any time of year. You don't just need it in the fall. Because if you only needed it in the fall, then why is it that Dunkin' and Starbucks are bringing back all of the pumpkin flavors in August? Tell me why. We haven't reached fall yet. It's like it should be coming out in October, but no, they bring it back in August. And then they want to get mad that we love it? Well, too bad. Give it to us all year. That's going to wrap up our show for today. Make sure you join our live taping next week and make sure, like I remind you every week, that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel so you can get the notifications and make sure you tap that bell so it happens. Also, if you're on TikTok or on Twitter, come and follow me because I want to be friends with you. Starr, aka Virtual. That's Starr with 2 R's. And until next time, talk to you later.